Good morning. Sorry, I sound like crap. I didn't get any sleep last night. I had a pretty rough night. But I wanted to talk this morning about my relationship with myself, my relationship with others, and how I feel like that's going to change once I have my surgery. For a multitude of reasons, one of them being that I will feel more empowered, I'll be more mobile, I'll be able to go out and meet people, I'll be able to be picky with my friends, because one of my biggest things is I feel like no one really wants to be friends with me, or no one really wants to actually spend time with me. And it's so funny because my entire life, I've always felt like that. I've always felt like I had to buy friends. You know, I was that kid. If I had $20, then my whole class, everybody was getting $1. I was just super. I thought that I was being giving, but the last couple of months, I haven't been in the position to give. I've been in a position where I needed people, and I realized that all of those friendships, I was treating them like investments. I needed people to need me because I was always afraid that if I had a time of need, no one would be there for me. So I went super hard with having people in my life that I knew I could help and I knew would need me, and I felt like, well, when the time comes, they'll be there for me. And I realized that that is not necessarily the case. And I hope that me having surgery will give me the confidence to not feel that way and not want those types of relationships. You know, I have to find value in myself and find ways to contribute other things to a friendship other than I don't even know what. I have to learn what that is, honestly. I had a friend, what made me do this is because I have a friend who, she got pregnant and no one was there for her because everybody disliked her baby father. And I went out of my way to be the one friend that stayed. And anything she needed, I had it, you know. Money, time, she needed somewhere to stay, she needed someone to throw her baby shower, she needed someone to pay for a lot of the decorations at her baby shower, she needed someone in the hospital room with her. And that is where I got really hyped because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, part of me feels like I'll never get to experience that, you know, to see a baby being born into the world. And I got really excited about it. And I spent a lot of money on cabs back and forth, and she went into false labor a couple of times. So I spent a lot of money on her, investing in her so that I could be there for her. But not only that, but so that when the time came for her baby to be born, I could be the person in the room. And I was so excited, so excited. And at the last minute, she swapped me out for someone who hadn't been there for her at all. Not even close to as much as I had been there for her. She gave that gift to someone else. And I was really hurt behind it. I was really hurt behind it. And you know, you can't be mad at someone. That situation, that's probably not a very good example because, you know, at that moment, you're giving birth, you want whoever you feel like is going to comfort you. But I think I was just really offended that she didn't think that I was close enough or I was a good enough friend for that. She chose someone else, or that person had been MIA for the last 9 months. So yeah, I was pretty upset about that. I went home and I was just, you know, really thinking about relationships. And I started thinking, you know, oh, I paid for her baby shower. Oh, I missed work a couple of days. Oh, I took cabs back and forth. I did this, I did that. And then the last minute, and I started thinking, you know, if if she was truly my friend, if she was truly somebody I cared about, then I wouldn't care about that. You know, I would have done it from the heart. And I realized that I had been being selfish, being so giving to people and expecting something back. Selflessness is when you just give and you don't expect anything back. And I have to learn to do that, or I have to learn to be completely selfish, because being in between is becoming very toxic for me. I definitely do understand now that I need people to need me. Another example, I had a friend who, he and his girlfriend were going through a lot. They didn't have a lot of money. They had a baby. And whenever they came to my house, you know, I was, do you need this? Do you need that? How can I help you? And there were times, more than once, where they came over and they didn't have any money and they didn't have any food. And I gave them half of everything in my kitchen. And yes, I did it from the heart, because that I can truly say is one of my best friends. But when the time came that I was going through things, and I told him I was going through things, and I wanted to see him, and I wanted to talk to him, and I needed someone to vent to, he told me he'd come see me, and he never did. And when I called him, he wouldn't pick up his phone. And then I called his girlfriend to find out where he was and why wasn't he picking up his phone. And the only thing she could say to me was, he doesn't feel like talking to you. And that was fucked up. But I needed to understand that I had set the situation up like that. That was fully my fault, because I give the impression that I don't need anybody, and that I can take care of myself, and that I do love myself, when actually that's not the case at all. And I give so much and I don't ever ask for so much, so people are not used to having to be there for me. And I realized again that I needed to be needed, not because it made me feel powerful and it made me feel good for people to need me, but because when it came down to it, I needed someone who was going to feel indebted enough to me to be there for me. And what I hope is that by the change that comes about with my surgery and the mobility that I gain, and I'll be able to travel and be active, and I'll meet people, and I'll learn how to forge relationships with the confidence that the person actually just wants to be around me, and I won't feel the need to buy friendship. Because what I'm learning now is that if you try to buy friendship and you try to buy people, it doesn't really work. They take what they can, and you don't ever get anything back out of that. You know, you'll have people who are just friends with you because they know that when you get $20, they're going to get $1. And that's not what a friend is. I really hope that me losing weight and me having my surgery and me being able to start my journey on being active and mobile, that's the most important part. I really hope that it makes me a better person. You know, a person that's not dependent on others, a person that is not scared to be by themselves or scared to have fun by themselves. I'm a super social person. I reach out to people a lot. I like having a house full of people, but that's only because I don't like being alone. So I'm alone and I gotta deal with my own thoughts and I gotta deal with myself, and it makes me really unhappy. There are times where I'll have a house full of people and I don't really want them there. I don't really want to be around all these people, but I definitely don't want to be alone. And I want to reach the point where I can choose between the two and not have my weight or my hatred of myself come into play over whether or not I want to entertain people or whether or not I want to sit on my couch by myself. I want to be able to make the choice to sit on my couch by myself and not feel like a piece of shit for not doing anything with my time. Yeah. So, I don't know. If there's anyone out there who's watching this and they feel like they hope that their surgery or their weight loss changes them, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, comment below. Tell me what you think it's going to do for you, or what do you hope it does for me. Because honestly, when people look at weight loss, they just think that, oh, this person is going to be skinny now, and they don't think about the fact that there's a whole psychological change that comes with losing weight, that comes with being a different person. There's a whole psychological weight that's on you that comes with being overweight. It's very stressful. It affects how you think, how you react, what you do, how you treat people, all of that. Because my first thought when I meet someone is not, oh, this person looks really nice. It's, oh, I hope this person doesn't just disregard me as some fat slob and they don't really take the time out to get to know me. It's, oh, I really hope this person likes me. I really hope this person isn't judging me right now. So my relationships are never really fully formed on my behalf. They're never really formed on my opinion of the person. It's always on that person's opinion of me and how hard I'm willing to work to make that person like me. So I become very needy. And to cover up how needy I am, I try to make it so that that person needs me instead. And it's not really working out for me. So, oh, by the way, I have an appointment to see my surgeon. How exciting is that? See my surgeon coming up really soon, and I'll probably make one more video before then, and I'll make a video when I actually see the surgeon to tell you guys what it was like, and if you're doing the process along with me, or if you're behind me, then you'll know what to expect when you have your first meeting with your surgeon. My next video will definitely be my physical bucket list, the things that I want to do once I lose weight, the things that I'm really excited to do with my boyfriend and by myself, and from the little things to the big things. So that's my next video. Look out for it. Thanks.